To work your hips and glutes, you can use the peanut again. So for my hips, the outside of the hips, I would put the peanut on the floor, lift up on top of it, and go side along the side here. So for this one, the spinal groove is great. You've got a couple of bony landmarks in the hip. So you've got the outside of your thigh bone here, and then you've got your pelvic bone up here. So the spinal groove will kind of just help you avoid putting too much pressure on that. So you can also bring your top leg over the top just to help stay away from too much pressure. So this will help to support you. Go up and down. You can rotate into different areas, or you can stay in one place and just rock side to side just to add more pressure. When you find a good painful trigger point, you can just press and hold. Again, this can be done with a single ball. You can even just use a single ball while it's on the peanut. That'll probably just help it from rolling away. And choose whichever ball is the most appropriate, whether it's the hard one or the softer one. To get into your hips using a peanut against the wall, place the peanut on the wall, lean into the peanut, making sure that this goes between the pelvic bone and the outside of your thigh bone. You'll find a bumpy bit. So there's a bone there and a bone there. If you put the peanut in the middle, you know you're in the right place. So lean up against the wall. The further away your feet are from the wall, the harder, the more intense, the more pressure you're going to have through the peanut. The leg that's closest to the wall, I would just take the pressure off. So all of the weight is going through my outer leg, and then you can go up and down, or simply just find a tender point, press it in and hold. Now, when it comes to the hips, I actually prefer to use one ball rather than the peanut. So again, place the ball against the wall, put it into the right point, lean against it, soften that closest leg to the wall, and you'll find that that gets much better into those muscles. You can do the outside of your hip. You can then roll more so you're facing away from the wall, so you get into sort of the back part of the hip muscles, so the back of the gluteus minimus medius, and working your way into the gluteus maximus as well, the further you face away from the wall. Or you can face into the wall, so you're working into the TFL, the tensor fascia lata. But you don't want to face too much into the wall because you'll just feel like your face is getting squashed. But using one single ball is a really good way to get into the hips. So you can use that to press and hold or to go up and down. Most of the time I would just spend pressing and holding against the wall rather than moving up and down, just because it's such a small area. It's just easier to press and hold.